once more to My School is Your School. This is Montgomery College connecting the college with the community. Here is your hostess, Gloria Bonilla. It is a pleasure to have you again with us. Remember, please, that we have a phone number where you can call to get information and receive assistance from the college. The number is 240-567-5000. Press 2 if you need assistance in Spanish, but otherwise just go to 240-567-5000. Today, I have the pleasure to have with us Professor Angel Salinas Gonzalez. Professor Gonzalez teaches economics at the college, and at the same time, recently he joined the Academic Success Center at the Takoma Park campus in Montgomery College. Welcome to the program, Angel. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for inviting me, and it's a pleasure for me to be here.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm so glad that we connected, that we finally met, and for you to come in and have the time to come and join us and talk about your profession, you know, in economics, a little bit of that. How did you find your way there? You know, I know you study outside the United States too, so you know the two systems in a way. You know, the system in Mexico. I believe you're from Mexico, right? So you did your studies in Mexico, and then you continue. You have a doctorate degree in economics. So tell me a little bit about that.
I was born in Mexico City, so I'm from Mexico City. Mm-hmm. I studied my bachelor degree in Mexico City in the National University in Mexico. It's a public university. It's state financed by the federal government. I studied my master degree in economics, also in Mexico, in a research public center too. Mm-hmm. And I did my PhD in economics in England. But also I received financial support from the federal government. So they sent you there and you were able to get your doctorate degree in England. Right, in economics. Mm-hmm. All has been related to mathematics. Mm-hmm. I've loved mathematics all my life because I love modeling, economics modeling. So I have experience in the Mexican education system, but also I have experience in the United Kingdom education system.
Did you find, in terms of the discipline of economics, did you find the way it was taught, or was it difficult to adjust to going to England and study your doctorate? Was just an easy transition?
Actually, it was not difficult because the system in England is quite similar to the United States. Okay. And the master degree in Mexico, it's as rigorous as the master degrees here in the United States.
Wonderful. Yes.
So it was not difficult. And in economics, you apply a lot of modeling. So you applied like mathematics and statistics in order to model some economic phenomena. So it was not hard. It was hard to study really hard, to put a lot of effort and time. It requires a lot of discipline, work. Time. Yes, your time. But in terms of the methodology and the approach, it's the same. Mm-hmm.
Now, my next question is, and this is for the audience, that many times parents may not know what can someone with your degree can do, the application of the field of economics. You obviously teach at the college, but what else have you done since you got your degrees?
Okay, I would like to stress a little bit more about the role of the parents, as you mentioned.
Yes.
It's very important because in my case, for example,
yes,
my mother always told me that education is the most important part of your life because it will give you opportunity. At the beginning, when I was a teenager, I really didn't believe her. So, yes. But at the end, I continue with her encouragement in order to continue studying. So I was the first in my family to get graduate studies, and then to get a master and then the PhD. So at the end, I believe her now that she was right about education. And also, let me tell you that there are a lot of studies in very well named journals that have proved that the parents inside the house are the most important factor in education. So the role of the parents is very important. Also, the role of the institutions are important. For example, the role is very important in order to provide a high quality education, incentives, academic support, but that only explains the half of the student's performance. On the other hand, the other half is explained by the family, by the parents.
The support that is there.
The support that is there. So the role of the parents is very important. is the necessary condition to be successful as a student. So that is the first part, let's say.
Okay.
And then I continued to the economics because I had a lot of questions about social outcomes. For example, poverty, inequality.
Yes.
Those were really important issues for me. So as I was doing some research about what to study, economics mixed this formal education with math and statistics, but at the same time try to explain some social outcomes.
The social component of economics that many times I don't think we see it, or students don't see it. It's wonderful that you're giving us all this information, Angel, because for the parents out there listening to the program or watching the program in the future, it's important to learn as to what economics can do. How do you find your way there? The other day you said you like math. Students sometimes say that you're studying math, but they don't know that actually math is applied in the field of economics. You know, there are all these questions. When you're in elementary, middle school and high school, sometimes you cannot connect the classes you're taking with a profession or with a discipline. So my next question to you is this, Angel. So in terms of economics and the impact this has, the tie-in economics and education, and how what is the impact of education and the economy per se?
Okay, so in terms of economics, let's say that society, we need to make decisions about how to allocate resources. Human resources, physical capital resources, even technology, how we implement technology in the productive sectors. Sometimes markets don't have the best outcomes. Therefore, the government should intervene in some markets.
Yes.
The very specific, therefore, is in education. Education is not actually giving the best result in social terms. Why? Because sometimes people who are really talented, they don't have the opportunity to go to school. Therefore, we are wasting resources at that matter. And also, in terms of education, normally when someone gets a higher level of education, normally we have social benefits. For example, when we get trained or when we got knowledge and skills, normally we are more productive. Normally that
you contribute more.
You contribute, but so you will get more opportunities in the labor market, and you will earn normally higher earnings in the labor market. But at the same time, as people get more education, normally they tend to follow the law, follow the rules. Let's say the driving rules. We care more about our health. So this at the end will have a social impact on the whole society. Therefore, this benefit must be captured by the society by the intervention of the government. So we need to invest in education. In education. So we need to get for people to have more education a little bit cheaper, so people want to get more education. Because we all capture the social
accessible
education.
To everybody.
Accessible to everybody.
Now, my next question before the conversation is good, and I'm learning quite a bit just by talking to you, and I'm sure the listeners too, is you now working for the Academic Success Center at the Takoma Park campus. Who can go to the center? I know it's for the students, but if I'm studying, if I'm interested in psychology, say sociology, anthropology, criminal justice, can I go to the center and get help? Yes, you can get help there. What kind of help do you offer? We offer several services in order to improve or in order to increase the likelihood of success for our students. Okay. For example, the main way to acquire skills and knowledge is with your professor in economics, professor of sociology, professor of psychology. That is for students, that is the main source of skills and knowledge. But at the same time, we need to support students with some basic skills. For example, in Takoma Park, we have this learning center where they support students in acquiring skills in mathematics, for example. We also have this learning center in
writing, and other languages that they will provide the support.
The support.
The difference with Academic Success Center is we offer other services in terms of humanities, for example, economics, sociology.
And that's part of the humanities.
Exactly. So we provide tutoring. Mm-hmm. Tutoring is different from the role of the professor. Tutoring is one-to-one. It's more personal relationship with the student.
Okay.
So you listen to the questions of the student in a one-to-one situation. So you help the students to how to learn properly the questions about economics, sociology. So it's a one-to-one relationship. Mm-hmm. So we want to support the role of the professor in the classroom.
Having a tutor available is extremely important because this is something that many times we are sometimes embarrassed to ask the teacher questions in front of the class, with the other students. So the center and the centers, support centers at the college, what they do is to offer this safe environment where they will feel very comfortable to go and have someone who can give you 30 minutes. So how long do they get when they have a tutor?
Yes, maybe it could be between 10 minutes and 40 minutes maximum, mm-hmm. in order to provide the services to anyone who can come to walk in the center.
Do they need to make an appointment to see a tutor there?
Normally, yes. It's recommended to make an appointment. We have an online appointment system, mm-hmm. so you can make your appointment online, even from home. You can make your appointment to plan your day, to make your appointment online, and then go to college, take your class, and then go to tutoring if you want. But we also offer other services. For example, we have a computer lab in which students can get there, watch videos to support their learning process.
That is if they write in a paper, there is a support there, because I've seen the center at the Takoma Park campus. It's located in the Humanities building, the Commons.
The Catherine F. Commons building, yeah.
What would be the message that you would like to send the audience? We're almost running out of time, and I want to, if there's something you would like to stress mm-hmm. for our listeners.
We have to acknowledge that education is the main social equalizer, which means that through education we can acquire skills and knowledge in order to get the best opportunities of our life. Mm-hmm. So we have to invest not only in public policy with governments, but also in terms of our own individuals. For example, at the individual level, we have to invest not only money, but also effort. Reading, students, please read and learn mathematics. Mathematics is a skill. At the first time you fail, but you try, and you will be successful.
It's all about practice, isn't it? Well, we're almost out of time, but this is very important. The information that Angel shared with us is very important. Remember, if you have any questions and if you need any assistance, please call 240-567-5000. And the response center is available to you Monday to Friday and office hours. The other thing, remember that the college has support centers throughout all the 3 campuses, and please look for help. Tell your children there is support for them. The Academic Success Center at the Takoma Park campus provides support to everyone who's studying any field in humanities. So it's been a pleasure. Here again, Gloria Bonilla with Montgomery College. The program is My School is Your School, and we are here to assist you. Thank you so very much. Until next time.